A team that had a true window to remember and a spectacular summer, a great transfer window, going all the way to Liga and to France, guys. We're going to continue the series with Olympique Marseille. My true subscriber Lex shouted this one out, and this was a team I was dying to talk about, and a very interesting team already. And having a great start to Liga, Olympique Marseille had a great summer transfer window, bringing in some amazing players on loan, some terrific young talent, and some amazing players on some great permanent deals. But guys, before we jump into things, if you haven't already, hit the sub button. It means a lot to the channel. We do all kinds of fun series, terrific teenagers, windows to remember, predictions, reactions, transfer news, re-signings, nation changes, all the best football news on the channel. So if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and we'll jump straight into things. So Marseille have had an amazing transfer window for me. One of the best, for me, the best transfer window was Crystal Palace, and there's many other teams up there. But Marseille had to be one of the top three, top four at least, because what they've done hasn't just been all permanent buys. It's been loan deals. What they've done in loan deals have been amazing. They've gone out and got Harrit from Schalke. One of the greatest deals for me this summer is Harrit to Schalke. It is a loan deal. There is no buy option from what I've been able to find out on this deal for the Schalke attacking midfielder, Harrit. It was quite obvious that Harrit was going to leave Schalke after the likes of everybody known to mankind left Schalke, like some Mustafi and so many other of their more talented and more spectacular players left. Harrit was the last really big name to leave that club, and Marseille struck an amazing deal. Bringing in Harrit on loan is a tremendous deal, and he'll bolster that front line, and I'm sure Marseille will try to be a team that goes out and buys him on a permanent once that loan deal is done, because he will be there to be bought, because I'm sure Schalke won't get promoted. If they do, I would be shocked. And if he does want to stay there even after a great season at Marseille, I would be shocked, because Marseille are going to have a brilliant season, and they've already started the ground running very well. Two great loan signings for me from Arsenal for Marseille were Matteo Guendouzi and William Saliba. 100% guys, I know Saliba does not have a buy option, but Guendouzi is a gray area for me, guys. I don't know if he does have one or not, but if they do, that's very interesting. I'm going to start out with William Saliba. I think this one's very interesting because it's a better one. Actually, I'm not sure if there's either a better one or a weaker one here between Guendouzi and Saliba. Just the fact that William Saliba got sent out on loan from Arsenal really troubles me, because at the age of 20, Saliba is an amazing center back for me. He's quick, he's smart, he's good on the ball, he's great at passing. He looks like he's going to be a leader, but for Arsenal to let him go was a shock to me. I thought he would have been great for them to get a new crop of center backs with Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White. That would have been a great three in the back setup for Arteta. He has played that at times. And I also think Saliba is ready to be a number one or a number two at Arsenal right now. What they have and how shaky they've been, I think Saliba is ready, and he has gotten the experience already playing with the French young youth team, playing with multiple sides in France, getting lots of first team opportunities, and he's looked very good. And I'm excited to see when he does go back to Arsenal in the Premier League. But right now, Marseille, I think that was an amazing loan deal to bring him in, get him going, and get him hitting the ground running at his home territory, his home field in France, playing at his home country. Matteo Guendouzi, guys, is a very interesting one for myself. The 22-year-old French defensive midfielder or center midfielder played for Hertha Berlin last year, and now Arsenal are loaning him out to Marseille, joining club teammate William Saliba. Matteo Guendouzi to Marseille is a very interesting deal, because he needs to revive his career, he needs to refine who he is, and he needs to grow as a person, grow as a leader, grow as a player, because we saw his attitude in the Premier League was awful, and that was why he was sent out on loan, because Matteo Guendouzi and Arteta never saw eye to eye after that Brighton incident. And for me, I think Guendouzi is a tremendous player. I think he's fantastic. For me, he's their best defensive midfielder. That is why I was so confused when I saw both these guys get sent out. Guendouzi I wasn't too shocked on, just because of butting heads with the manager, but I do think he's a brilliant player, and I think Marseille is going to get the best out of him. Playing back home, playing on some home soil, a French player, he just needs to find who he is, and he needs to grow as a player. At the age of 22, he has room to grow. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he will be a true breakout player this year. And there was multiple other guys who came in on frees and some other interesting deals But I want to jump into a deal that is a loan, but with a buy option. Cengiz Under and Paul Lopez. Both these players joined from AS Roma. They went and they got 2 players from Arsenal. They went and they got also 2 players from AS Roma. They got Cengiz Under. This is a very interesting one for me, guys, because they went very young this summer, personally. Getting 23-year-old Cengiz Under from the Turkish international from Roma, was at Leicester the year before, had a very shaky and rough year with Leicester, very much ups and downs, didn't really play much, didn't get consistent playing time, and never was able to hit the ground running or get his chance. I do feel like he's going to play amazingly for Marseille. It's going to be very interesting to see how he does. But if they can get his true form back to where he used to be and how he was playing a couple of years ago, it'll be tremendous, and they will have an amazing player there, and they'll probably confirm that and bring him back on a permanent. Another interesting deal was Paul Lopez to Marseille from AS Roma. I thought that was a great deal, and I think they really hit the nail on the head there. Bringing him in was a great deal. Moving on from Steve Mandanda, who's getting so old these days, Paul Lopez needed to come in after that goalkeeper merry-go-round that went on with Roma, Olympiacos, and Wolves was crazy. Paul Lopez finds himself at home at Marseille at the age of 26, work his way back into the Spanish team still, I think with some first-team opportunities at Marseille. For me, goalkeepers don't hit their peak, and like I've said in this channel multiple times, until they're 29, 28, 30, 31, or even older. That's where you really grow as a goalkeeper. They're not like players. They hit their peak a bit later. And Paul Lopez is still only 26. He can still work his way into the Spanish side. And I think this is a great deal for Olympique Marseille. There's no downside there. I'm going to save one of my favorites for last. He's not the most expensive signing, but he's the most interesting one for me. Also, Lujan Perez joins from Santos. I'm not going to talk about him too much, guys, because I personally don't know much about him. He joins for 4.5 million euros from Santos from Brazil. He's a center back, 26-year-old Lujan Perez. All the best to him. I personally am not going to talk about him, guys, because I don't know much about him, and I don't want to be that guy that drags on about him. But another player, Lerola from Fiorentina, coming in for around 6.5 million euros. The Spanish right back, that is a great deal. Paul Lerola, the 24-year-old, is a fantastic deal. I'm very pleased with Marseille to get this one over the line. Lerola finally gets his move and moves on for Fiorentina, and it's a great deal for only 6.5 million euros. Another great deal, one of these deals, was getting Milik, the 27-year-old Polish striker born from and playing at Napoli, has signed for Marseille for around 9 million euros, which is a steal in itself, a very cheap deal. And to get a striker who's going to score you goals, he's going to guarantee you probably double digits at least, maybe 15 plus, is a massive deal to get over the line. And for around 9 million euros, you just can't go wrong. And some of the other deals, Leonardo Bellardi is a great deal. Personally, I don't know a lot about him, but I've heard a lot of good things about the young kid. At the age of he's only 22. He's Argentinian-Italian mix. I do see him maybe switching his nation because I'm not sure if he is nation locked yet. But for 11 million euros, that was a great deal. And Gerson joins from Flamengo, the 24-year-old Brazilian. That is a fantastic deal. Getting him unlocked, the central midfielder. So many great moves here from Marseille for around 25 million euros. Getting Gerson in from Flamengo is an amazing deal. They've really done their scouting, bringing in 2 guys from Brazil, bringing in some guys from some smaller teams. But the one that stands out for me the most, it's a player that comes from Barcelona B. It's a USMNT player. And myself, as a Canadian national team fan, Canadian myself, I don't like many USMNT players personally, just because they're just different for me, and obviously the rivalry is there. But this is one of maybe 2 or 3 USMNT players that I actually really like and really enjoy. This is Connor De La Fuente, the left winger, the attacking winger, the 19-year-old US born player, has joined Marseille for 3.8 million euros. And this is one of the deals of the summer for me. There's your Damari Grays. There's all those kinds of deals. But they get a 19-year-old with so much potential, so much upside from Barcelona for 3 million euros is unbelievable. You got to look at how Connor De La Fuente plays. He's fantastic. He's so exciting. And I think he has such a brilliant future. And I think he's going to get the best out of it from playing under Jorge Sampaoli. at Marseille, and I just think that's an amazing deal. I'll always praise Connor De La Fuente. He's one of the only USMNT players I will praise because I just really rate him and I really praise him. But Marseille was one of the many teams that were able to really get a great deal from Barcelona. Many teams knew that Barcelona was in a terrible position financially, and they had to sell some players, and they're going to sell them extremely cheap. You saw that with the likes of Ilash Mariba going to RB Leipzig. You can go see that in my other video of RB Leipzig's window to remember 2 guys. But it's just interesting to see teams go for young, amazing potential talent from Barcelona and be able to get them for such steals of deals, like Carlos Salenia, like Juan Miranda. So many amazing players, and Connor De La Fuente was one of those players that moved. The USMNT guy found himself landing in Marseille for 3 million euros. But guys, let me know what you guys think down below about the video, and down below about what you guys think of Marseille's summer and how they're going to fare this season. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a sub, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.